Hi guys, welcome back to my kitchen table and another one of my MOCs. And today I am proud to present to you the latest addition to my Imperial task force. This is the Imperial Patrol Corvette, the Irascible. On this channel I have made it an annual tradition to add a new ship to the task force each year, and the last 2 years I have made mostly logistic ships, with ships such as the Imperial Freighter, the Dependable, as well as the Planet Assault ship, the Dominant. Therefore, I wanted to build a ship with some serious firepower, and that's why I built the Imperial Patrol Corvette, the Irascible. The Erasable is supposed to be a complement to the already powerful Imperial Star Corvette, the Presence, with an equal amount of firepower, if not more. So this ship will be able to patrol my shipping lanes, my Imperial sectors, and to escort other lighter ships around the battlefield. And it will also be able to take rebel ships head on, such as the rebel Corvette, the Insubordinate. Well, let's get into the details of the ship, and we'll start off with the exterior. As you can see, the ship has been heavily inspired by the Imperial Star Destroyer, of course, but it's also taken some inspiration from modern naval battleships, with at least the placement of the main guns and some other hidden features that I will show you in a bit. We have a nice triangular shape to the front of the ship, which has been completely tiled off to give it this smooth look. The ship is in the Imperial colors of light bluish grey and dark bluish grey. We have some nice greebling features here along the sides to make them a bit more interesting. And we have a little hatch here, which I will show you the feature of later on in the video. And we also have a kind of triangular shape to both of the sides here in the back. We have some sloping going on with the ship. And here we have the main engines, these 3 main thruster engines, which are quite reminiscent of the Arquitens class frigates, with them being 3 over here. Then down here we have the landing gear for the ship, which is probably the least interesting part of the ship, but it elevates the ship a bit, which makes it look bigger and a bit more intimidating. So I wanted to have landing gears for the ship. The sides here in the back are symmetrical to the other side, except for over here, where we have some reversed tiles to be able to bring you the boarding ramp for the ship. It's not too detailed, but it really does the job, and it gets hidden into the rest of the whole of the ship here. We have the bridge, which has some nice, interesting shaping to it, with these little triangular shapes here for the in front of the windows. So you have the triangular shapes, but then there's also some window panes here in the back to make it really sealed off. On top of the bridge, we have a shield generator over here to the right, or right in the direction the ship is going. And then we have this little transmission dish as well, so you can transmit your location and your communications with other ships. We have the main armament of the ship being this massive gun that can spin 180 degrees. You can also aim it up high if you need to. So this is perfect for engaging other capital ships. Then on both sides here we have some self-defense smaller laser turrets, which can engage your incoming starfighters, like X-Wings and A-Wings perhaps. So we have that on both sides, and then we have the main armament here in the front. But there is also a different hidden feature to the ship. And if you noticed these little hatches in the side before, they can actually be folded out like this to reveal the multiple rocket launch tubes of the ship. So you have a hidden little stealth feature with these anti-ship missiles, which are in a quad configuration on both sides for the ship. So it can be folded out like this on both sides. So that's the look to the ship when it exposes its hidden weaponry. So I thought that was quite a cool little feature, and that's some inspiration I've taken from modern battleships. And if I didn't tell you before, but the radar dish and shield generator configuration is the same as you would see on one of TJ the Brickwright's big capital ships, with both a radar dish and a smaller little shield generator. So that is pretty much it for the exterior of the ship, but let's get into the interesting interior. See if I can get some light going like that to be able to show you all the dark hidden little spaces and crevices of the ship. To open these two main plates, I took a look at the First Order Star Destroyer playset and the mechanism they used and kind of copied it a little bit. So here you have these hatches that you can just fold up on both sides like this. Then you can reveal the main battle control room. So here are some of the crew members for the ship. We have one crew member here sitting in front of these little screens. And I suppose this screen is for the main gun of the ship that can be controlled from there. Then we have these smaller little control panels where we have an Imperial gunner over here, and from there you can control the self-defense turrets as well as the hidden little missile launch tubes. In the corner over here we have a hologram table where you can have contact with the bridge. So I guess the first weapons officer will be in contact with the bridge to get orders on where to fire and where ships are coming from. The walls aren't too detailed, but I think looks quite nice the way I attached this little angle plate to keep the hull intact and not to have a massive gap over here. So that's it for the front part of the ship. Then we have a walkway leading into the rest of the ship, and I want to keep it to have some details reminiscent of those of the Millennium Falcon, the way they have their entrances and hallways in the ship. So that's why I did these little tile off features here. We can then lift off the roof to the bridge to give you guys a look at that. And here we have the first mate sitting and controlling the ship. Let's see if we can lift him out of his chair just to give you some details. We have some control panels, a little driving stick for the ship, and there's a small hologram here in the middle. We have some more control panels here on the sides, as well as some grill pieces here on the other side. We have a naval trooper sitting here in the navigator's seat. If we remove him, you can see that there are some more controls here. So I really want to scatter the bridge with some controls. And well, let's see. I think the captain actually dropped down to the first floor. Pick him up, show you that this is the captain of the Irascible. So he gets to stand here on the bridge, if we want to, like that, overlooking the ship from there. Then in here, underneath the bridge, we have a ladder that leads up to the second floor and the bridge. Then we have this walkway with some nice openings to different rooms. We have some side panels. Let's see, there are some black details, so if we can get some focus there. Like that. There are some crates. And just some nice tiling off using snot technique. We have a little gun rack here. Then here it's the main opening I showed you towards the battle control central as well. Let's put the first mate over there on the floor. And just some crew members to the ship. We can of course lift off or lift up these panels to reveal some more of the interior. So on this side we have some lights up here in the roof. And here's where I showed you the boarding ramp. We have a crate, then we have this little dining hall area where we have a little buffet. We have a little drink dispenser. We've got some seats for you to have a meal. So here's a small little table, and here's a table for two over here, where we have another Imperial crew member sitting, enjoying some cookies and some sushi. Then over in this corner, we have the main engine controls. So if you have a technician, he can check the status of the engines and the hyperdrive of anything from over here. So yeah, there are some power generators and all that along this side of the ship. Then, as you saw in the hallway, there are two more rooms that I need to show you. So you can do this without dropping the ship off the table. Here is the barracks of the ship. We have 3 beds for the crew members to have a rest when they sleep and work their different shifts. So we can have 3 people sleeping at the same time. We have some shelves, some of their personal belongings here. Then I kind of want to symbolize kind of a cupboard over here. Here is the main washroom of the ship with a little light here on the wall. We have a sink, a toilet, and some toilet paper as well. And then I made similar lamps here in the roof. So that is pretty much it for the interior. We have all these different rooms, the control center, the washroom, sleeping chamber, main hallway, dining and control central, as well as the bridge for the ship. And then of course you can just fold it up quite easily like this. And I wanted the ship to be accessible and playable, since I have designed instructions for the ship as well. So just like I did last year, I have put down the hours of work and made you guys instructions available to purchase on my Rubricable if you guys are interested in building yourself your very own Dagger class patrol Corvette, such as the Irascible over here. So yeah, check that out. I'll link it in the description down below for the video. And let's do a little size comparison between the Irascible and the Star Corvette, the Presence, which currently doesn't have instructions. And a lot of you are asking about instructions for the older models. And it would be really hard to do instructions for those, since they aren't, well, that instruction friendly, with panels just being laid on top and all that. And that would be really hard to do instructions and to build digitally. Therefore, ships such as the Irascible will be a lot more accessible and, well, build friendly for those who want to do that. So they're quite similar in size. The Irascible is a bit more sleek than the wide Presence, but still Quite similar ships, not as big as the Iniquitous, but still quite large. I guess they would be about 20 meters in real life or in universe. We can do some comparison between the Imperial gunship as well, just so you see that it's quite a lot larger than a gunship at least. So there we have it. I hope you guys enjoyed this little video. If you did, do leave a like, comment, and don't forget to subscribe. And I will see you all in the next video. Don't forget to check out the instructions if you're interested. Thanks for watching. Bye.